Hi, today I'm going to demonstrate the features of serialized inventory software that is known as Inventory Soul. Now I'm going to tell you about payment sent. We come across different transactions in which we send the payments either to the customers or the vendors. This is a home screen and we are here in the left pane. You see the payments. If you drop down, you can see payment sent. We click on that. Then I click on create. It opens the form for payment sent. The first thing is the payment sent ID. For my reference, I just give it a number like 01. This payment ID changes accordingly with the date. For example, if I change the date being shown in payments ID is also being changed, so it remains unique throughout, and it is not allowed to create a duplicate ID. So I just keep the date on 21, and now I move on to the vendor. The payments could be sent to the vendors as well as the customers. You can see the list of the vendors which have already been created, or if you wish to add a new vendor, you can just create and click on this button and it will take you to the form where you can create the vendor by entering the details, which we already have done in the previous tutorial. So I just close this and I select the vendor C fold which I already have created. We can change the vendor name as well, or here you can see it's Christian Ford. If you want to change the name of the vendor, you can do it. So it also shows me each detail related to this vendor, like the contact number, the funding source, the shipping address, the email address, and so and so. The payment sent to the vendor could be in advance or direct. For advance payment, it's also known as the prepayment, which we send in advance, and the direct payment is the payment which we give directly to the vendor. The good example of direct payment is COD, or it could also be a check. Similarly, you can send the payments to the customers. If I select customer, it will show me the detail of the customer. You can also add a new customer by clicking on this button. It will open the same form where you can enter the detail for the customer, which we already have discussed in the previous tutorial. So I just close this, and if I want to select a new customer or a customer which is already existing, over here it's showing me the names of the customers. The payments sent to the customers are of two types, could be full or in partial. So for instance, we just go with the vendor. I'll show you to create a record for payment sent to the vendor. I select the vendor here, Christian Ford, and we also can select the payment type from here. It could be with PayPal or wire, so I just select PayPal for instance, and payment preference also needs to be entered. For example, CRF123. You also need to add the funding source. Funding source is related to the origin of the payment. It could be whether through a bank or credit card or wherever. So for instance, the funding source could be CH56. The cash account field and the GL account field are related to accounts, which we'll discuss later. And you can also enter the amount, wherever the amount is you want to send to the vendor. For instance, it could be 500 US dollars. I can select any one from here. Let's click on save and close. The form is created for payment sent. Now over here you can see the detail for that form you just have created. You can use these search tabs or search parameters to look for a specific one, and you can view the detail by clicking on the detail button right into this form, and you can also delete the record by clicking on the delete button. This is all about payment sent. Thank you.